finally, I've gotten down. I've finally gotten down to, of course, talk about. I'm here to talk about Venom. Let's talk about Venom. So, in case if you don't know what I mean by that, basically, to hype up the excitement for Venom 2 Let There Be Carnage, let's talk about the movie that preceded it. Now, before I get into it, just want to say a few things. Is that you need to know me first of all, and that is I love Venom. Like, Venom is probably one of my favorite, not only one of my favorite Marvel characters, but probably my favorite Spider-Man villain also too, and that's how I always known him. He was always a Spider-Man villain. Again, I was introduced to him mainly in Spider-Man 3, and then it was in cartoons, and then you of course go back and you look at the comics and how the origin was done there. Of course, Eddie Brock, he was a reporter, then Spider-Man kind of proved that he was a fraud, and he was dying from cancer, and, he built up his body to get really jacked up, and then went to the church to pray, but then got infected with, but then got the Venom symbiote, and now basically they're now poisoned to Peter Parker and both Spider-Man. Now, before this, there was a whole, before Venom even came out, they've been wanting to make the movie, for a long time now. They've been wanting to make Venom, especially Avi Arad. He's especially wanted to make Venom for a long time. And, I really got to say, throughout the whole entire time period, and I know I'm not talking about the movie because really, kind of my opinion on the movie is no different from anyone else. Well, kind of in some instance. But basically, though, I wasn't supportive of making of the Venom movie. Like, either way, hey, I still want to see Venom. I still want to see a Venom movie. It's just going to be weird. How are you wanting to do it? Especially with this one. We got Spider-Man. He's off in the MCU. And then we got Venom over here, who is now just a Sony thing, and all that sort of stuff. This is basically what Sony has at this point. And of course, they're trying to do, they got Venom, another one, and they got, Morbius, and they also got the Kraven the Hunter movie also, which I'm actually kind of interested in, but, it was going to be pretty weird. And when you go down and sit down and watch this movie, especially for me, I really like the movie. I really like the original Venom that came out back in 2018. Now, if you ask me, it's probably maybe the worst superhero movie that came out that year. It's probably, alongside, if I were to rank it, it would have been, on top would have been Ant-Man, or no, okay, Infinity War, Black Panther, Ant-Man, Deadpool 2, and then Venom is pretty much at the bottom. And that's sort of the thing, is that I liked all of those movies. It's just with Venom, it's not really a deep, rich story, it's not really heavily character-driven. What really drives the movie is, of course, Tom Hardy, who plays Venom, and pretty much all the other characters are just kind of, to put it to say the least, the other characters, they all kind of suck. None of them can really compare to Venom. Though I do have to give credit where credit's due, is that at least they just tried, I guess, the actors with what they were given. But Tom Hardy was given the most stuff because, well, it's his movie. And, another thing here, too, is that this movie is also kind of weird because it's an origin story, and, I don't know, it's a story about the symbiotes trying to take over the planet and all that, sort of stuff. It's really weird. The villain's motives is just really weird too. It's not like I know what's going on. It's just okay, it's hard to explain, but it's hard to explain really, at this point really, but yeah, it's just so weird, bro. It's just really so weird. And I really gotta say, in terms of really them, doing Venom, and all that sort of stuff without Spider-Man, I think they pulled it off pretty well. Even Venom's design, one of the few things that I really like about this Venom a lot more is, of course, his design looks so much better than it did in Spider-Man 3. The Spider-Man 3 did have, though the Spider-Man 3 version, I still like it. Just I think just the one's just so much better, I think so. And really, to be fair, if you want to really compare Tom Hardy's to Topher Grace's Venom, I really got to say that Topher Grace is a lot more interesting character. Though I think Tom Hardy did a better performance, and I really do think that they pulled the symbiote off a little bit more better. That's just my, personal. Shit. Goddamn. I have allergies. But yeah, but basically though, rip headphone users. But basically though, it's not gonna be really a terribly long video. I know I haven't really gotten into specifics about Venom, but I mean, that's really what I have to say. And one of the few things that I really do think holds back this whole movie too is just really the story was not all that interesting, and I really do think that the next one, Venom 2 Let There Be Carnage, like I really do think it's gonna be a lot more interesting story this time around. Of course, it's gonna be Venom and Carnage fighting each other, and here I'm just gonna show you something here real quick, but let's see. Yeah, I got Venom and Carnage right there in the corner. Don't know if Hasbro are gonna make any movie versions. Well, they've already made a movie version of Venom. I don't know about Carnage. Would definitely buy that, but hey, I'm completely sold on, of course, Venom, and all that sort of stuff. It's just gonna be really weird how it goes from here. Like, are they gonna continue this whole symbiote try to take over the planets and all that sort of stuff? Because they introduced Riot, and there's other Life Foundation symbiotes. You really don't know what's the whole thing gonna be about. And I'm just gonna take off the radar ad, but yeah, and I just gotta really get my thoughts and opinions all the way about Venom already. And I actually did made an old review on this one, though I thought it was kind of shit, so I deleted it. But anyways, though, expect a Venom 2 review probably coming out. Probably going to come out probably Friday night. Probably right after I see the movie. Right after my initial thoughts. But basically, though, guys, what do you think of the first Venom? Did you like it? Did you dislike it? Did you think it was crap? Do you think that this one is going to be better? I think it's going to be probably better. Hopefully so. They got a good director. They got good actors. They got a really good story on their hands. And they got good characters. So we'll see how it does. So with that being said, hope you all enjoyed the video. See you next time.